And then I hear them talk, and then there is a conversation like na na ni na 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 ni na na na. And I'm like, is this one too French? Hey! It was beautiful when I traveled English.
That's perfume.
It's very perfumed.
Very perfumed.
Traveled.
Too
Okay,
perfumed.
so when I traveled to France. Okay, let's go. She going to stop.
Okay, when you laugh at someone.
Okay, so when I travel.
It's not a picture. Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. This is Bet's family. I hope that you guys are good and that you are all in
Speak fast. Speak fast. This English you are speaking, it's not perfumed.
Okay,
The
perfume
English,
it.
The English is not perfumed.
Perfume it.
Oh, speak fast. I hope that
no problem. Perfume it.
do the
Teach
introduction.
me.
Do the introduction.
Teach me.
Guys, listen to the queen as she's doing
Listen
the
to the
introduction.
teacher.
Alangadwa, the
Kwame.
introduction.
God have mercy upon us.
Okay, guys, you are welcome. Just as she said, you are welcome. I mean, it's always a blessing seeing you guys here. And thanks for subscribing and everything.
Mr. Perfume. You smelling English. Subscribe. You smell the English.
Okay.
Anyways.
My enemies are holding me. Okay, let's go. Today we are going to talk about some experiences we had when I joined my wife from Ghana to France. As you all know, she was born in France. She's actually the white person. I am the black.
Talk. Mr. Perfume, talk.
From Ghana to France. Actually, if you look at this channel, you might think I'm the white man, but no, she's actually the white lady and I am the black man, because I was born and raised in Africa, where everything I've gone through my whole life, my entire life, everything is really African. And she was born and raised in France. So she is actually white within, with the skin of a black person. You get what I mean? Yeah. So
like a bounty. I don't know if you guys know the chocolate bounty. Like it's chocolate and inside it's coconut. Very good chocolate. That's how he thinks I am.
Yeah. So some difficulties we faced, when I joined my wife in France. And when I joined her, I mean it was beautiful when I traveled English.
That's perfume.
It's very perfumed.
Very perfumed.
Traveled. Okay, so when I traveled to France. Okay, let's go. She going to stop.
Okay, when you laugh at someone.
Okay, so when I traveled, now you see what you've done. I'm blocked. I can't even flow as I'm supposed to. So when I traveled to France, the first change I had was with food. That was the first thing that actually changed. That was with food, because I think it is something that is general when it comes to Europe and everywhere, the white man's land.
When you were in Ghana, how many times a day?
How many times in a day
could you eat? Like, how many times a day do you eat in Ghana?
It depends. There are days I will eat twice. There are days I will eat once. There are days I wouldn't even have anything to eat. Just, drink, because times were hard.
Aww.
And oh, come on. Aww. And there are days where.
Baby.
Will you stop?
Oh, talk. I'm wiping your teeth.
And there are days where once, there are days where twice, or anything of that sort. But the whole thing is this. I think when you are in Europe or anywhere around the world, like in a white man's land, let me put it that way to make it simple for us. Um, Basically, your breakfast is like coffee,
Is yeah, the breakfast is the
tea.
most important. So breakfast, yeah, it's like baguette with a little bit of butter on it, you know what I mean? And some like an orange juice and your coffee and a little croissant and pain au chocolat on the side. Yeah, that's French breakfast.
Okay, yeah.
And
So
what's your breakfast
she
in
just
Ghana?
explained it to you. My breakfast in Ghana, in the morning, I'm going for wache. If I'm not going for awache, you are seeing the pictures. Those of you who don't know, I'm going for bengu. I am going for dokuno.
In the
You
morning
see,
when you wake
yes, in the
up.
morning we sell dokuno everywhere. We have
And you
Hausa
guys,
cocoa.
Ghanaians wake up very early. So
Yeah,
that means when you wake up at like six,
six,
7,
7. Yeah, we are going after rice. We are going after anything. We are going after diehu, banku. I'm showing the food here so you guys can see it. You see, we are going after those kind of heavy foods, and not saying that we don't have these kind of coffee, chocolate, and whatever
yeah.
that have you. We have it, but about 90% of the population are eating heavy foods because I mean, we are going out to work, we are going out to, I mean, hustle. We need something that can last us for a longer period of time. Longer period of time.
We also
Not
have that. We have brunch.
you have brunch. So am I going to take the coffee with croissant, pain
Yeah,
chocolat,
with
and then I will
bacon,
pancake
pancake,
and
and perdu. How do you call this in English?
pempegu and stuff like that.
How do you call pain perdu?
Like a toasted bread with eggs and all those kind of stuff.
Oh, what's the name? French toast. Yeah,
French
French
toast and
toast. And some fruits. That's very heavy. You? What's that?
few months and four. What was that?
It's the sink.
Anyway, guys, let's continue. We don't know what happened, but anyways, so you see, there. I mean, she is actually going with these kind of foods that she's been raised with. I mean, a little bit of bread, and more often it's just tea, coffee, and she's okay. She's done. And I'm the type that is going for the heavy foods. And now I'm in France, where I'm not getting the heavy foods to eat, and I have to go with her. I have to do what she's doing. I have to adapt.
Adapt.
I have to change my ways and everything. So imagine these heavy foods I just mentioned, and I'm going to descend all the way from the top to this level. I mean, how is this going to be possible? How is this going to be possible? It's one of the things that it was easy for me to adapt. Fine. I mean, it's normal. I adapted quite quick, but I still miss my local, food.
People who are in the same situation than us, like someone who is married, someone from Africa who is married with someone born abroad, will understand. There are a lot of things that are different. A lot, not only the food. The culture is totally different. Even if, like, you see, yes, you will say she's Ghanaian. Why does she act like she's French or something like that? It's not that I'm acting like I'm French. I am French. That I was born there, I was raised there. Even if my mom was a Ghanaian, she adapted in the country, and so she was raising me with both cultures. I was going to school with people who were not Ghanaian, so like you understand. So there are a lot of things that you don't. I don't think as if I was in Ghana because I was never born there. I went there like maybe 4 times, 2 weeks, 1 month. So I can't behave as if I was like a woman born in Ghana. So there's something like what other example can we give uh, about these mixed cultures? Like, yeah, okay, like straight answers. When you ask us something, we'll give you a straight answer. If it's like, give me an example.
All right. I think from saying that she will give you a straight answer, it's more like Ghanaians. We actually, basically Africans, we have ways and means of talking about certain things. There are issues that you can't go straight to the point and say it's like, okay, I've done something which is silly. Let's say I've done something which is silly. Uh, she will rather go straight and be like, hey, this thing you've done is silly. You get it. But when it comes to the Ghanaian, he wouldn't want it like that. It's like, I would like to say, oh, this thing that you put over here, you could have done it this way and it would have been this way. If you placed it over there, it would have been nicer and come out. No, she wouldn't have that time for it. She would be like, no, you put it here, it's silly. You should put it here. So you find a problem with it and like, why are you telling me it's silly and stuff? Yes, because it's silly. And at the end of the day, you find out that what she said is true, but it's
The
just
way
like
of saying
the
it.
way of saying it that it goes straight. It's like it's that straight. So there are moments where in our lives, she more often used to tell me that, okay, let's speak French now. Because she was speaking, she even till date she
Yeah,
speaks
because
Cree
sometimes
with me.
I will translate. I will translate directly in French. So when I'll say something, like when you have a discussion about something and you want to let the person understand that what he's saying is not the right way, you'll say, oh, yeah, like, no, it's not logic. If you do it like this, it will be more interesting. And he'll be like, not logic. Like, so are you saying I'm stupid? But that's not what I mean. I mean that there's another way to do it. But in the Ghanaian way, you can tell your husband that what he's saying is not logic. You can.
So and then you will pick an offense quickly. It will, if you don't take care, it will escalate. It will become something else. So it's more like a learning process where you will have to say, okay, let me try and understand where she is also coming from. Let me try and see the way she was raised, the way they do their things culturally. How do they speak? How do they say certain things? And I'm seeing it so much in our kids, and you get to know that from my kids and their perspective. There are days they just tell me what they feel like telling me. One time, one of them just told me straight up. One of them just told me, the second born just told me straight up that, hey, daddy, you've been on your phone too much. He said it straight to my face without mincing words. He was like, daddy, you've been on your phone too much. Put it down, put it down. You've been on your phone too much. He just said it to me. This is a child who is 7 years. He just said it to me without thinking
Hey,
twice.
you know his
And
age. Wow.
and
I hope you're not talking about the first one because he's not.
don't mind her. Don't mind her.
What his date of birth?
Is it? Oh, you talk about that some at that time. Why do you want to become a witch? let me talk. You see, and well, we'll talk about that someday, about dates and stuff like that. She knows that it's my weak point, so she's always using it against me. No one. And he just said it to me. In Africa, I am afraid. I won't even try. I won't even think. As a child, it won't even. It. How dare you? That is the right. How dare you? Go to your father and tell your father, hey, you've been on your phone for the whole day. Put the phone down. Hey, in my father's house. That day, you know, say, yeah, look, yeah. It's not easy. So they go straight to points. I mean, no mention of words. And I had to also let her know and teach her one or two things and be like, okay, fine. I know this is how you were raised, but we have to compensate for each other. You can't be telling me this all the time. You also have to find a way to also adapt and come into my
Yeah,
way
'cause
of doing things.
At the end of the day, I'm Ghanaian, so I should not forget that.
Learn, yeah, and then come to that. And then let's go to, I think, the third point. The third point, which I think is very vital for couples who have kids, just like us, the parenting styles. When it comes to the parenting styles, the cultural differences between the two. Now, listen, I am coming from Africa. I was raised in Africa. I was raised by my dad as an African child. Every form that we use to raise our kids in Africa, every form of discipline, whatever, I went through it all the stages with my dad. He didn't, I mean, hold back. He never held back. So I am coming with the typical African way of raising kids and what I know that this is how it is done through how I was taught. And she is also coming in although mom and dad is Africans and everything, but they lived in Europe. So the way of raising her is different. So her thoughts on raising kids is different, and my own is different. If I am being severe, she is actually trying to be mild and go slowly. No, let's do it calmly and stuff like that. If I'm trying to maybe raise my voice, she is actually trying to, no, 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 you don't raise your voice. You
But
don't
I
do it
think
this
that
way.
is mothers everywhere, even in Ghana. Like the mother is always backing. I
Huh?
don't think this is something
Huh?
cultural. What, huh?
No, okay, let's do it this way. I have a question for her. You were raised in Europe, right? Your mom was in Europe, but your mom was a Ghanaian, typical Ghanaian, raised in Ghana and came to live in Europe, gave birth to you. Okay, now, how many times did your mother beat you
Share.
when you've done something wrong?
Share.
Share. Now
Share.
you're telling me share. So you had a taste of it
Share. Slippers.
with a slip.
Slippers. Share. Because I'm that.
It is their number one weapon.
Share.
Slippers is their number one weapon.
Slippers and threatening. And I can't say threat.
Threatening you.
I'll
and
throw
stuff
you
like-
through the window.
I'll throw you through the window. If you-
Share. Ah, come in, fam.
You joke with me, you'll be
Share.
sleeping outside today. I'll put you
Outside.
outside. I'll give you your bags and everything. I'll walk you
Share.
out.
Aye.
They'll beat you and everything.
Share.
So if you are telling me that like the mothers defending and everything, yes, they are mothers. Nurturing
But even
and
me,
loving.
it's different because I was raised with my mother alone. I didn't
Okay.
have both
Yeah.
parents.
Yeah.
You had both for a while before
Yeah.
your mother left. So you saw that, but I didn't see that. So it was
So-
only the slippers and sometimes the hugs, sometimes the slippers
Is it-
from one side.
Yeah. So the way she was raised was a little bit different, a little bit different and more nurturing, more caring, more of those stuff. And I was actually raised with my father was actually a disciplinarian. That's how I have to put it. My father was strict. And I think that is the more reason why I didn't go wrong or I didn't end up becoming something else. Because in the
Because you were a
neighborhood,
very bad boy.
oh yes, that one I won't lie to you. I mean, I was stubborn. I was all over the place and stuff like that. And the only thing that scared me was you to say that, George, your father is coming. You could be playing football in the parks. You are playing football, kids, everybody is playing football. I'll get the ball. I am going to score. And then one of the guys will just shout, George, your father is coming. That's all. I will leave the ball and run away. I will leave the ball and run away. And then after running for some few minutes, it will dawn on me like, but I've done nothing wrong. I'm only playing football. Why? Then I'll return and they'll be laughing at me. So that is how scared I was when it came to my father. He was a strict man, very strict. I mean, if you do something wrong, he's not pardoning you. You are receiving your punishment hot, 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 hot. If you have to chop slap, you will chop the slap. Anything to bring you to the right path, he's gonna do it. He's gonna be strict. So when you come over here in Europe, and now we have kids and everything, and then my kids are misbehaving, there is a part of me that has been something that has been instilled in me that I know that, okay, this is how we correct a child. But now the problem is I have to drop that aspect of me and learn a new way of correcting that child, which is also coming from my wife. That no, George, we can do it this way. You don't have to do it this way. You don't have to do it this way. So it becomes a bit difficult. And sometimes the worst part is that if you are not careful, both of you will start fighting. And we've had such kind of arguments.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, for example,
we've had it
with food.
Yeah.
Our second born, he hates green food. When he sees something green in his plate,
the legumes and everything.
he
I
doesn't
mean,
like it. Cucumber, salad, he's like,
Broccoli.
he doesn't like it. And he doesn't understand.
I don't get it because
He doesn't understand. He
I'm the
should
one
eat
giving
it.
you the
We
food. You
all eat it. His brother eats it. His sister eats it. Why doesn't he want to eat it? And I'm like, he doesn't like it. There's something that I don't like. So I understand him. Maybe yeah, he doesn't like it. So I'm not going to force him, but Kwame will be like, no, he has to try it until he likes it.
He has to try it. He has to eat it. Because the thing is this: I'm coming from a home where we give you broccoli. You don't eat the broccoli. You sleep with. You will sleep empty stomach. What we are giving you, you are done. You don't have any other choices. So it's more like telling her that, okay, fine. Now he's refusing this one, so you're gonna cook for him. You have to give him a different food altogether again, and that's how it starts. And he'll be like, no, I don't want this one. I want this one. I don't want this one. I want this one. I don't. Then pampering him here and there.
But sometimes
and then it
you
becomes
won't
a
eat it.
problem.
Don't eat it. But there's other things in the plate, so eat what you like and leave the green.
Sometimes you just have the greens and nothing more. So it doesn't mean you are going to drink water and go and sleep. Sometimes we have to force.
Yeah,
them.
but
You
it's
see,
like
we have to
when
let them know
you
that
guys
it's-
compare everything, every time you go and buy something, you convert from cedis to dollars. So you can also always say, yeah, in Africa, I was eating this. My parents didn't allow me to eat something else, so you too do this. You can always think like that.
But if you give them too much choices, you see, right now the argument has started.
There's
If
no
you
argument.
if you give them too much choices, it becomes a problem for you, the parent, as well, because every day you have to cook differently for that one.
Do you
kid.
like olives?
I hate it.
You hate it. When I do, there's a Senegalese dish called yassa. It's chicken with onions and olives. When I put it inside, you can just take out the olives, but because the taste is mixed in it, you don't want to eat it.
Mhm.
Why? If you were in Africa, you will eat it.
No, I won't.
You will eat it
I won't.
because there's nothing else to eat. So
I
why
won't.
when I cook it?
Because in Africa,
When I do yassa for the whole family, you don't eat it, so I have to go and cook something. Is this normal?
no, for me,
No,
what I do
no.
is that
Yes or no? Is
I
this
will
normal?
go for shito and pepper and add it to it,
Mm.
and add it to the rice that came with the yassa or whatever.
And you will be complaining
And everything,
and
and
I,
then-
I don't like the olives. So you do like your son, and you don't even realize it, and
No.
you're here criticizing my baby
Don't
boy.
listen to her. You see the mothers. You are here criticizing my baby boy. Okay, you'll be doing the cooking now. that's her own business. Eh? She'll be doing the cooking. Me, I don't care. Let's go to the next point quickly as we move on. So the last point that we would like to elaborate on is language barrier. Language barrier. See, when I moved, if I say language barrier, not language barrier in the sense that me and my wife with our language or whatever. No, because she speaks Twi very well and she speaks English as well.
Imagine if you
And,
couldn't speak the same language. Anka.
I don't know how it's gonna work.
Sorry.
You see, she's naughty. Pretending to be
What?
a good girl.
What does
She's-
this mean?
So you see,
It means
you see,
dance.
She's doing it again.
It means dance.
Oh, now you.
What were you thinking?
Now you are changing the stars. Eh?
Ah, Kwame, seriously. What were you thinking about?
Now my mind is going there. If we don't hurry up with this video,
Ah,
I
it
might
was
delete them.
dance.
It will be dance. You can see. Okay, so language barrier. If I say language barrier, not just between me and her, the barrier comes in where I told you guys that sometimes when she says things and it's that direct, and I will go in and be like, no, the way you said it is not the correct way. She will tell me that, okay, fine, then let me speak it. Let me say it in French, because in French, this is what I mean. This is what I am saying. And when she comes into French, you get to know that, oh, okay, fine. What she said, there is nothing wrong
But
with
that
it.
is when you understand French. But there's
Yeah.
a lot of couples where the man or the woman comes from Africa and it's difficult for them to pick up the language. So they
Yeah.
only speak
One.
their local
Yeah,
language.
local language, yeah.
So if the lady will say, "Enye logic," she won't have another way to explain
Explain it.
because
You
it's
are
the
stuck.
only language that the man will understand. So
So one of the challenges that I face when it comes to the languages is this: I've come to a new place. I don't have any friends. I don't know anybody. The only person I know is my wife. The only friend I have is my wife. And even if I'm going to start working and this girl,
My
your head
friend.
is sweating you too much.
my friend,
Yes, yeah, and this is her place. This is her community. People know her. She has friends and everything. And when we go and visit people or we go to events or whatever it is, she is talking to friends And she wants me to also come into it and, I mean, make friends, talk to people, be nice to everybody who is there, smile with everybody, and be having conversations. She wants me to blend in. She wants me to, I mean, come on,
To even be
make
friends
be
with my friend's
friends,
boyfriends
boyfriends
or
and stuff
husbands.
like that, or husbands. Talk to my friends' husbands and stuff like that. And what she was not understanding is that all of these people are speaking a language that you guys are familiar with. They are talking about things that happens in France that you guys are familiar with. I just came into the scene. I don't know anything. Whatever they are talking about, I'm lost. I am lost. Even if I understand the language, one, even if I understand what they are saying, I am still lost. I don't know what they are talking about. I don't. They could be talking about the players in France. I have no idea. They can be talking about a certain park and whatever. They went there to do this. I have no idea. I am lost. So the only thing I will be doing is to be stuck on my phone, be at one corner, and enjoying my peace of mind. And she'll be like, oh, come on, come and make friends and stuff like that. She's not okay with it. Come on, mingle with it. How do I mingle when I can't speak? How?
Especially in Marseille, we have our own terms. So when we'll speak French, it won't even be like the correct French you will understand.
Let me give you an example. I mean, she just brought it. Let me give you an example. When I first came to France, she came to pick me at the airport with her sister. And when she came to pick me at the airport, I mean, a sister that, I mean, they are just, I mean, they are just that close. I mean, close friends, but it's no more friends. It's like sisters. You know, there is that level where you get to that level as sisters. And I think it was after 2 days or 3 days, she came in and you guys had to take me to the market. And we were on the road and they were talking. We were on the road going to the market. I was behind the car, and they were both. No, they came to park at home, and we walked to Macho Plus. We walked to the
No, à la
market.
Plaine.
À la Plaine, yeah, it was à la Plaine. The market is known as à la Plaine. And we were walking to that market, and they were having their conversations because the sister I'm talking about speaks only French. So speaking French with her sister. And then I hear them talk, and then there is a conversation like nanani nanana nanani nanana. And I'm like, is this one too French? Hey. I was I was following them, and all of a sudden I was lost. I'm like, was that French also? Nanani nanana nanani nanana.
Yeah, it's like blah blah blah.
You see, it's like, okay,
Patati patata.
Patati patata, blah 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 blah. Oh, she was talking so much blah blah blah, and for them it was nanani nanana nanani nanana. I'm like, what is this? Is this one French? What are they talking about? You see, so sorry. When it comes to the language, you can also be lost totally, and you have to adapt. You have to erase some of the things you know, pick up a new stuff, pick up a new language, pick up a whole lot of stuff, So I think language barrier is one of the things as well. So yeah, these are some of the challenges we faced. And last one of the challenges that I faced, last one, was the fact that check out for the next video. I will say it there.
He lies. There's no part 2 this time, guys.
Because what I wanted to say, I am very sure if I say it, I won't eat tonight. So I have to keep quiet. Yeah. So these are some of the cultural shocks that you will have when you travel and then join a woman who is white,
or a man,
like her, or your man who is white. So I think
not even
in
white.
all,
It's like
anybody who has lived here for quite a long time. Yeah. So in all, what we are trying to say with this message, in everything, we believe that sometimes you have to let go of the things you know and pick up new things. Don't let it be hard for you. If it will work out for you both, you have to forget some of the things you know. Drop your ego, drop your pride, drop the things you know, and how you've always wanted it done your way and stuff like that, drop it.
Yeah, don't impose. If you know that, yeah, you have to understand that you're married with someone who has a different culture. So you have to remember that every time. If you wake up in the morning, you do just a coffee and one bread, and he's not used to that, you can impose him. Like you can teach him, maybe time to time, he will adapt with the climate. Nah.
Guys, we'll meet again
No,
with the
Minkasa,
climate.
oh, I'm not done.
Okay.
He will adapt and stuff, and bit by bit, he will he
But-
will like
oh,
drinking coffee and eating bread in the morning, because here, like, you go to work, you take your breakfast, you go to work, you have your lunch break, you come home, you have your dinner. So the body will regulate, you know, it will regulate. But at the beginning, if he says, yeah, I want to eat fufu in the morning, then you can say, no, you have to eat bread and drink coffee, because here, that's how we do it. So you have to adapt, and you have to remember that you guys are in two different cultures and you have to mix it up. I know how to speak English, but I'm not just pretending, because it's difficult for him to understand when I speak English, because I speak too fast, you know. So that's why.
Na na ni na na na.
Patati patata.
Okay, guys, thanks a lot for hanging around. We love you. So, same time this week. I mean, we are posting a new video again. So if you have any comments, put it down here. Kindly share it
Yeah,
for us.
especially
Share it for us.
intercultural couples. We really want to know how you guys
Have been doing it.
have been doing it, how you guys do it. If you guys have questions, you know, we love to answer your questions, so don't hesitate. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for liking. Thanks for commenting. Thank you for all your encouragement and
Na na ni na na na.
na na ni na na na.